So we're here today celebrating the first anniversary of Cornwall Council's historic moment declaring a climate change emergency. So I want to summarise a few of the 10 key things that we've achieved over the last year. So the first trees that we planted was up in Saltash, working with the community, with the schools. The Woodland Trust were there to assist us, and they actually gave us quite a lot of praise. They said we were doing a really good job, but we need to know what you're doing, because we can't do this without you, the people of Cornwall. So we've created a website which has got a treeometer on it. So if you're planting a tree or an orchard or a bit of hedgerow, we need to know, so please let us know what you're doing. There's 10,500 homes in Cornwall Council's ownership. We're making a start with 83 homes where we're going to go and provide really good insulation. So the beauty about that is it not only reduces carbon, but it can reduce the cost to those homeowners to their fuel bills and reduce fuel poverty. So in our own housing delivery programme, we're looking at alternative energy sources. That could be a ground source heat pump, air source heat pump, solar panels. We need to find alternatives. We're bringing all these measures in our homes forward more quickly than the government's target, so we will be starting now to reduce the carbon impact of heating in homes. So we really want to push the boundaries of planning and make sure that we can deliver renewable energy and also the measures to help reduce carbon in our house building. So the document is not just about providing more renewable energy, it's about making sure that the building standards are much higher than what they are now to really insulate and improve the thermal envelope of our homes. So in order to make sure that our investments don't have a negative impact on carbon or the environment, we've developed a decision-making wheel. So it looks at the natural environment and the impacts that our decisions might have on them, but it also looks at the impact that those decisions might have on you, the residents of Cornwall. We know from our research that the cars and the transport that we use contribute about a quarter of the carbon that Cornwall emits. So it's really important that we tackle the transport system. We've achieved a £23 million grant from government to pilot a low bus fares scheme. This will be launched later in the summer. We can also invest in electric charging points. So it gives people the confidence to perhaps invest in an electric vehicle. So we're also working with our staff, and we have over 100 green champions that are actually from within Cornwall Council, and they're working and helping us together to create some green travel plans. Farmers are so important to not only making sure that we're fed and providing us with really good quality food, but farmers also have a really good, strong role to play in tackling climate change. They're part of the solution. We have just secured a further 8-year contract with Biffa. So one thing, we're going to have on-street recycling, and the other significant thing is we're going to collect food waste. So we think we can increase our recycling rates significantly. That will also have a big impact on our carbon footprint as well. So we've made an investment into a new wind turbine at Venton Teague. It will create 2.3 megawatts of energy. So one of our asks to government is we really need government's help to help invest in that grid network, so we've got the capacity to produce even more renewable energy. So the local industrial strategy that we've been working on, it does focus on that clean, inclusive growth. Things like deep geothermal or floating offshore wind. The local industrial strategy is really built around a low carbon future for Cornwall that's not reliant on fossil fuels. So when we were coming up with our climate change action plan, we spoke to over 3,000 residents. What they told us was that planting more trees is really important, that reducing plastics was really important. So we've already held a Localism and Climate Change conference just before Christmas, and we're planning 6 more across Cornwall, specifically aimed at town and parish councils. It's really bringing everybody together. Cornwall Council only produces 1.5% of the carbon footprint in Cornwall, so that says that 98.5% is produced by the rest of Cornwall. So it's really obvious to me that Cornwall Council, we can't do this on our own. We have a leadership role, but we have to do this in partnership with you.